Hi, welcome back to For St. Pete's Sake, the podcast where we deep dive into everything political in Pinellas County and beyond. We're sponsored by the Stonewall Democrats of Pinellas County, and we're here to bring you real conversations about real change. As you can tell, I'm not Christian this week, who is our president emeritus of the Stonewall Dems. He's taken the week off. He's got some personal stuff that he's working on health wise. So big wishes, big hearts to Christian that he gets well, and we'll see him next week. I am your other co-host, Laura. I'm the current president of the Stonewall Dems. And today we have a very timely and fun conversation with the executive director and then a board member from St. Pete Pride here to talk to us about all things St. Pete Pride and all the fun events going on all month long. So we have Dr. Byron Green Calisch and Bior Guigni. Hello, welcome to For St. Pete's Sake.
Hey.
Hi, hello.
We've got some doggos entering the
Yes.
chat, it seems.
Love the puppies, but they hate the
Yeah.
delivery people. So
Awesome.
yes,
Yeah.
thanks
So,
for
Dr. Byron, if you just want to go ahead and start off, give us a little bit about yourself. Where did you come from? How did you end up working with St. Pete Pride?
wild. Hi, friends. My name is Dr. Byron Green Calisch. I'm the president of the board of directors for St. Pete Pride. I am not a St. Pete local. I actually moved here in 2018. I got involved with Pride right after I finished writing my dissertation. I had a lot of time on my hands and actually wrote my dissertation on racialized spaces and strategies used in racialized spaces and how they can be successful. I reached out because I did not think that Pride was reflective of all of our community. Actually, very frankly, I thought that Pride looked very white male centric. And I was like, hey, friends, this looks kind of not great. So the president at the time was like, you were absolutely right. I'm working really hard to really bring as much diversity into the space. And I was like, hey, I'm working as a consultant. Like, I'm happy to volunteer some consulting hours to help you all out. And she said, actually, would you like to be a board member? And I was like, I'm cool. Uh, why not? So I joined the board and got the chance to work under some really amazing people, work with some fantastic community members, stepped into the vice president role and got to learn a ton. Uh, and when our previous president stepped down, Tiffany Freisberg, um, after serving 3 really challenging years, getting us through some really hard things, including coming back after a global pandemic. Uh, so she definitely served her time. But she stepped away, so I stepped into the presidency at that point. And yeah, that was three years ago, which feels wild. In that time, we also onboarded a new executive director in Bior, so feels like a great point to pass it to her.
Yeah. Hi, Bior.
Hi, everyone. My name is Bior Guigni. I am, as you know, the executive director of St. Pete Pride. I also am not a St. Pete native, but have quickly fallen in love with the city and can't imagine living anywhere else. And I've lived in several places. My first Pride was in San Francisco at 19. And I always joke about this because those who know what Folsom Street Fair is, and those who don't know, I will let you enjoy that journey on your own.
Look it up.
But that
Well, look it up. That's fine.
that was that was my first experience with Pride, and it made me question a lot of things about myself, and I learned a lot about me that day. So here we fast forward to be fortunate enough to volunteer and work with San Francisco Pride, New York, Boston, and now St. Pete. But actually, as a team member versus a volunteer, is quite an experience. And I always joke that I started because of margaritas. I love margaritas, and one day I was sitting outside visiting my parents here in Plant City, Strawberry Festival capital of the United States or the world, I would say. So shout out to Plant City. And going through LinkedIn, and I saw this opportunity for St. Pete Pride. And honestly, I didn't know it was like Pride for the city of St. Pete or like Pride. And I
Right.
was like, well, it sounds great. I ended up getting probably one of the warmest, excited, and friendliest emails I've ever received in a job application. And it was actually from Byron, which
Okay.
automatically really drew me into the position and realizing it didn't matter at that point if it was like pride for the city or pride. Like I want to work with people like that. And fortunate enough to be hired to be executive director. I just finished my first year, which has been pretty exciting. Getting to know everyone and getting to kind of go through what does it feel like planning it under your own um,
Right.
abilities and style.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, like you can probably plan this pride 10,000 times and it's going to be a completely different experience and stressful every single time. There's a
Oh yeah.
lot of different intricate moments. So I'm very grateful, very excited to be here, learned a lot, met a lot of incredible people, and looking forward to chatting more about my experiences.
Yeah, I'm so glad to yeah, I'm super glad to hear more about them. And one of the things that actually Bior and I were just in a meeting at before this is your acquisition of Sapphic St. Pete and that brand and having that now under the St. Pete Pride umbrella. So do either one of you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I'll kick it off a little bit. I'm really excited that we now have Sapphic St. Pete under the St. Pete Pride umbrella. We actually got a chance to talk to the creator of Sapphic St. Pete a few years ago when it was just an idea, and they were like, "Hey, like, are you cool with this? Like, would you be open to supporting us?" And we're like, "Absolutely, 1000%. Like, we want more queer spaces. Like, how can we help?" And if you know Rachel, Rachel's like a big, no worries, I gotta do it, I'm gonna do it myself, like full steam ahead. So we're like, yes, absolutely. Let us know how we can support. And she really did a phenomenal job bringing this really unique experience to the city of St. Pete. So when she approached us this year about saying like, hey, like I think we can grow this brand if we have a little bit more infrastructure in St. Pete and St. Pete Pride, where I was like, duh, like this is an easy yes. There's actually a random picture of the two of us on Facebook the day that we talked about this as an idea, but a little
Oh
lure.
my gosh.
But she offered, and we were like, yes, I think this makes perfect sense. Myself and Bior both had the opportunity to chat with Rachel on that. And I think for me, very specifically, I always want the opportunity to celebrate. I don't want any queer organization to go by the wayside. So giving Sapphic St. Pete the opportunity to expand past where it has been in the past is even more exciting. And to have a focus on the Sapphics of St. Pete also means a ton. I don't think we get the chance to do a lot of very focused things during the month of June. I say that because we do programming all year long, but having a very specific week dedicated to the Sapphics to kick off the beginning of November definitely means a ton. Um, and to have Bior at the helm really kind of championing this,
Yeah.
like, means a ton for me, making sure that we have more spaces that celebrate more diversity under our big tent.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I love that it's the timing of it being the first week of November because that's my birthday. So,
Woo! I love the weather.
and yeah, that too.
I heard Laura's birthday was the first week of November, and I said, "Yes, we have to make sure that."
And see, okay, perfect. Thank you.
That's what prompted the entire staffing
The whole thing, right?
agreement.
Well, because I met Rachel at her the her week last week and last year, and so it was like, yeah, well, if you when you eventually become a St. Pete Pride, do it for my birthday. And she was like, okay, so
She's a woman of her word.
she is. That's very true.
No,
So
I would
let's
say
talk
Sapphic.
more.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, no. I would say Sapphic for me when I'm an organizer. I love being given a goal and going with it. And one of the things that both Rachel and Byron said is like, all right, how do we get this to a place where it is manageable. We're able to bring in a lot more people, not in the sense of a lot more people in like from the outside, but a lot of people in our community because there was so many great partners. And
Hmm.
even just being a part of, we've done 3 calls so far as part of our planning group. And there is more opportunity to join that if anyone's listening and wants to get involved. Definitely go to um, cnppride.org and you'll see the staff tab there where you can sign up. But it's been an incredible group of really unique individuals that I've enjoyed every single conversation that we've had and so many brilliant minds and creative minds coming together to build this from the grassroots up is something that I think people don't really get to see, especially because you always hear like, oh, St. Pride is so big, so big. Sure, the event is big, but we as an organization are still very grassroots and very
Hmm.
small team. And so when we are building out or when we are working with these new programs that we have, like our Try Connect, our Leaders in Training program, and now Staff at St. Pete, it is still very much with that grassroots heart. No matter how big these events get, that's where it's coming from.
Awesome. So yeah, let's talk some more about Pride Month. So here we are. Today's Wednesday the 3rd. I know tomorrow is Thursday. We've got the official Pride flag raising at St. Pete City Hall at 9 a.m. I think, and then they've got some stuff going on till like noon, 11, something.
Yeah, nailed.
11.
Yeah. And oh, is it like cause I got hip to someone giving me one of these little stickers for those
Oh
of you
yeah.
who are watching. It's the, flag that they gave away last year. This year it's in sticker form. So I actually am Nathan Bremer gave me that when at our last Stonewall meeting. So, and this will just add to my sticker collection of things that are too pretty to actually, like, put on anything. Um, but
They
yeah,
are
like
giving more flags this year, but they only have 400. So show up early if you want a flag. Otherwise, these were on demand last year, and people thought they were from St. Pete Pride. So it was probably the number one email request that I got was for
yeah.
these flags. So if you want one, go get one early because they're gonna go.
They are great flags too. I was able to score one last year, so they're just a really nice quality flag too, like, just so
Mhm.
you know. But yeah, so tell us and I know there's a ton of events, but, like, give us a few highlights of some things over the next, like, leading up to Saturday the 27th, which is the big parade.
Sure. I can kick it off. And I'll cover a few things that we've already done. So we have crowned a new royal court. So we do have a new Mr., Miss, and Mick St. Pete Pride. We also were able to kick off Pride this year and start it where we began in the Grand Central District. So I think that's always really important for me to make sure that we get the opportunity to start where we started. So Friday we kicked the weekend off in Grand Central District. We had a phenomenal time there with the street festival. We also had a new partnership this year with Sky Beach, and we had a pickleball tournament down at Sky Beach. After that, we had a beach party and had entertainers out on the beach and really cut up, had a fun time. And then Sunday, like the real gay agenda, we had a phenomenal brunch. Um, hosted by some amazing entertainers, including Vanessa Vanjie Mateo, who is a Central Florida native. So getting to have her come in and shut the house down was super exciting and incredibly fun. This Sunday, um, we're bringing the family into town. So we'll have family day that'll be at the pier. We're really excited. In the past, we've had family day in the parks. So this year, taking it over to the pier allows us to really do some really new and interesting things. This is actually one of Bior's ideas to shake things up and do things, challenge us to do things in a different way. So very excited about this new iteration of Family Day. Um, on We have a lot of partner events that we're going to be cycling through, that are really exciting, and I know Bior is like, "Oh, it's gonna be like X X X X." She's exponentially better at remembering some of the details here than I am. So I'll pass it to her to keep it going.
Yeah, absolutely. So Family Day, we're really excited about. It's on a Sunday this year, like Byron said. One of the great things about the pier is not only do we have a beach, we will have a lifeguard on duty. So parents, if you want to bring, or even if you want to get in there, get in there. We will have the fun foam. We have kiddie pools as well. There's a splash pad, and the
Yeah.
pier has a fantastic playscape that I think, if you haven't experienced it yet, it's really such a wonderful place for families that it made sense to just be there this year.
Yeah.
The day before, pretty interesting. We will be at Gulfport Pride, but on the pier, there is going to be Red Bull cliff diving, and we
Oh,
are
that's
the
right.
yep, we are the
It's their
only.
only North American stop, right? Yeah.
Oh yes, yes. So if you want to feel super cool, just know that we're at the same place that Red Bull is doing their one and only North American stop. So that's how exclusive we are here at CP. No, I'm kidding, but it's pretty exciting. Then for partnership events, we have quite a bit going on. On the 11th is actually our Stonewall event, so that is going to be at Coastal Creative. We're really excited for that. This is an event where we really get to bring all of our supporters together and just celebrate and kind of kick off um, or celebrate the month, not really kick off because we have a kickoff event, but kicking it off together in a sense as we dive into the next couple weeks. The 13th is the Rowdies soccer game, so that's going to be their Pride night. I get to be honorary team captain. They will not let me in the locker rooms. I did ask, but I will at least be out on the field. The 18th, the Dolly Museum is hosting a surreal night, which we're really excited about. Love that museum. The 20th is the Rays game. The 21st, well, is it the 20th? Also is the Casa del Marman. So there's a pool party happening that day, as some of our other partnership events. I missed one. Shuffle with Pride is the 12th. And then I'm going to bounce it back to Byron for this. So we're also hosting a visual that day as well. So a little bit
Yeah.
of information on
So
that.
we're really excited. My other organization, Justice Over Everything, is partnering with St. Pete Pride and Contigo up in Orlando to host a Pulse Memorial that we
Yeah.
will be out at the previous site of the Rainbow intersection, so right in front of Friedem Cowboy. Um, just remembering all of the amazing people that we lost the night of Pulse. We are going to do that between 2 and 4 o'clock. I recognize that is a little early in the day for those of you that can make it. We really hope to see you out there, but our hope is to encourage people to make it over to Orlando for their remembrance event as well. So
Mhm.
if you have the opportunity to make it over to Orlando, we will have a group of people that will leave there and head up to Orlando. But if you can't make it, that is okay. We will have some level of remembrance here in the St. Pete area.
Mhm.
Also, we will have, I think we're doing a berries sweating with berries, serving sweat with berries
Oh
boot
yeah,
camp. So
Oh,
that's in there too. Um, and a pride night at Dill Dinkers. Dill Dinkers has been a
yep,
really great partner with us
yeah.
as well. I think that's on the 21st.
yeah, and
Um,
then we have that again on the 20. So the Jill Dinkers one on the 21st. It's actually really funny. It is Father's Day, so it is.
Oh,
You can bring someone for free that day. So we're calling it not officially but unofficially. Bring your daddies, baddies, and zaddies
I love that.
for
I
the
love that.
21st. And then the actual weekend is going to kick off on Wednesday this year. We're back at Jill Dinkers, actually. They're hosting a disco themed night with DJ, drinks, snacks. And then Thursday goes into Transtastic, which we're very excited about. That's going to be another wonderful event. Friday, the 26th, is our Friday night concert. We're calling it Slay the Bay this year. We are very excited because we have Kane Colto, Lana Boss, and Chinchilla so far. And then we are going to be announcing a really exciting DJ. So TBD for that. But it's going to be waterfront. So at the Owl Wing, and then it's going to end with some fireworks. So just a really exciting Friday night here in St. Pete, going into our Saturday festival and parade. So we take up North Straub, South Straub. We have our Trans March, which also has a festival at the Vinoy. So a couple changes this year is that that festival is going to be starting earlier at noon, and then the march kicks off at 5 o'clock. So for those of you who don't know, the march actually goes the opposite direction of the parade, and then links up with the parade and officially kicks off the parade for us every year. So it's just a really beautiful moment of the communities coming together and supporting each other. Uh, South Straub is going to be our what we're calling VIP. I'm calling the millennial experience because I want somewhere to sit. I want to be able to get some air conditioning. I want some
Yeah.
music I can hear and I can talk to my friends at the same time. And that's what South Crowd's going to offer. So that is a ticketed part of it. It will include 2 free drink tickets, but definitely if you're like, I don't know, it's been too hot or like it's too crowded, it's too noisy, check out South Crowd. Hopefully they'll get you to change your mind and have it
Yeah.
be a little bit more of like, my back hurts, I just need somewhere to enjoy something in peace. And South Crowd will be the space for you. And then that's going to lead us to Sunday. So it kind of goes full circle. We go right back to Central where we kicked it off. And I mean, you're talking like 10 blocks of just
Yeah.
incredible supporters and vendors and sponsors and our community coming together and celebrating on that final day. And then you get a
You're
day of rest
And then a
in
day of
June.
rest,
Yeah.
exactly, yeah. No, it's you're calling it the millennial experience is so true because I go to, music festivals and stuff, and all of my friends are like, "Why do you get VIP?" I'm like, "I need to sit down,
I
I
need
need an
yes.
air conditioner somewhere, like,
Yeah.
please, you can I'm in my 40s, I can't do this
Yeah.
anymore, okay?"
If the bar takes more than 5 minutes, we're going to have some problems.
Exactly, like, no.
Yeah.
It is gonna
And
be
sorry. And I do want to shout out, the Edge District as well. Can't leave them out. They do host on the 27th Pridetopia, and it's just a lot of the incredible businesses there that are gonna celebrate with us. So right after, again, aging ourselves here, we're ending at 9 this year instead of 10 o'clock. So if you're still down to party, make your way to Central, make your way to the Edge District, celebrate, keep going. But we're going to bed.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's just I love the variety of events too because like there's family stuff for like the family day and even like the pickleball stuff. Like you can take your kids and do that. Like I mean, it's just there's so many ways for people to get involved at any different level. Like it's not just go to the parade or go to the Sunday street fair. There's stuff to do all month and I mean, I've planned a few small events very far apart. So, kudos to you guys for doing this and getting so many things, so many, working parts moving together. Cause like you said, you are still at the end of the day a grassroots organization.
Hmm.
Way. And we couldn't do this without the help of so many volunteers that I mentioned Bior is our only payroll full-time employee. Everybody else is a volunteer. We do have a few contractors that work with us, but again, most of everybody volunteers. We have about 200 volunteers that work with us over the course of the month that without them, their sacrifice, their donating their time and their treasure, we would not be able to be the organization that we are.
For
Hmm.
sure, for sure. It's all yeah, I mean, we're with Stonewall, it's the same thing. Our volunteers are the people who are knocking the doors, sending the texts, making those phone calls for, our candidates are, all that push that's all that without them, we wouldn't have be much else. So,
Oh yeah. They were my
um,
first like insights into St. Pete as well, because I started before I even moved to St. Pete. So I met the team, I met the board, and then I met our volunteers, and they've been my guides since day one. So uh, special place in my heart for all of our volunteers. They've been just really fantastic advocates for Pride. Even our not even our, but like we have some great allies that volunteer with us as well, and they're just out there doing all the hard work. I mean, lifting, moving, getting up at 5 in the morning, things that if I had the time, I don't know if I would do it.
right.
Yeah, no, they're really truly a special group of of committed individuals.
And the other thing that I think that's been really for me, especially moving, I'm not local to St. Pete either. I've been here for 4 years, but my mom's family has been here. I remember the old pier growing up, going down to that. So I've been coming to St. Pete for a while. But one of the things that I've always loved too is that um the way the city has works with you guys, like despite, the the sounds from above of the state always wanting, trying to, you know take out people, I don't know, just being really mad at people being happy is what it is, like just getting mad at joy,
Yeah.
but whatever. But it's nice that the city has remained, a steadfast partner.
Absolutely. I think that is one of the main reasons that St. Pete Pride has been able to grow as much as it has is because of the partnership that we've had with the city of St. Pete. And I'll go even further and say that it's also with the county, Pinellas County as well. So being able to work with local governments that recognize the benefit of having such a massive scale organization come in. Uh, we facilitate almost a little bit more than 350,000 people, at a clip. So having that many people come to one very specific event is wild. So we could not in any type of timeline, in any iteration of this event, be able to do it without the help and support of the city of St. Pete.
Yep. And, and having, and, just a pitch for those of us for who aren't Stonewall members, we are actually, Stonewall Dems are working right now on our endorsements for primary and the primary endorsements for candidates. So if you have opinions about who should be beyond voting for who should be your next city electorate, come join Stonewall and you can help in the endorsement process. But
Absolutely.
had to get that little plug in.
I got a chance to see that endorsement questionnaire and chef's kiss.
No, great, thank you. Thank you. I mean, I think, there's just, if anybody wants what website or, like, Instagram handle should people go to get a rundown of all the events we talked about?
stpeakpride.org is the most up-to-date, true to form information. We have a great team that works socials. So anything that you see on our social, St. Pete Pride on Instagram and Facebook. We don't have a TikTok yet, which my little human is very passionate about. Um, but
Yeah.
they turned 13, so maybe I can put them officially to work
There
in
you
June. Go
there
figure
you
that I have a kid in June. But yes,
Awesome. Okay, so we'll slide into our final segment, our shout out or shutdown. So that's going to be something that is awesome that you want to put some shine on and shout out, or something maybe not so awesome that we want to shut down and talk smack about for a minute. So, um, does any? I personally have. I try to like sandwich them. If we does anybody have a shutdown? Because I'm shout out.
I have a shutdown
Okay,
and a shout out.
you can
My
do both.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
how about you,
pretty much
Br?
the story about my life. What about
I have see, I'm like so boring. I have like a work shout out.
Well, there you go.
Well,
We'll go ahead.
wait, can I just say it and then it won't be my shout out, but it needs to be said as a shout out. Shout out to Watermark. They do our Pride Guide.
Yeah.
It is being released tomorrow, right? Tomorrow's the 4th.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So the same day as it's almost like planned, but not. Same day as the flag raising. So that has every single one of our events, including our partner events as well. So our website, the Pride Guide, and someone else who does a really great job is actually Visit St. Pete Clearwater. Like my first year, because we were all coming in brand new and having to update our website, I would pop over there and double check it. Oop, sorry, I fell. Pop over there and double check it, and then come back, check our website. So I think those three are the best resources. But first and foremost, Safety Pride, and then Watermark is an awesome guide for us. You'll see a letter from myself, a letter from Byron, the mayor, our city liaison Nathan. Um,
Yes.
so it's
You
such a
know,
great resource. So
Awesome.
now I can have a shout out to somebody else.
Yes, exactly. Now your real shout out.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to my team for all the sleepless nights that we've been having and all the long hours. They, like I said, it is very volunteer slash contracted, so we're asking them for a lot. And not only do they deliver, but they have just been uh, like almost my emotional support humans through this process. Shout out to all of them. And that includes our board as well. Our board are volunteers. I don't think people expect board members to be these like highly paid individuals, which you hope they are, and their other lives outside of volunteering for the board. They are volunteers, human beings that are giving their time, their love, and their energy to be with us. And I'm so grateful for that too, because it is not an easy thing to volunteer for.
Yeah, no, and yeah, all volunteers are amazing, and thank you for all you do helping Bior and the organization.
Yeah.
All right, Dr. Byron, how you can go next.
Um,
You can
I
do both. I think you should do both of yours.
okay, I'll do both. There, I would like to shut down the Supreme Court because clearly they're drunk. They please allowing states to redistrict and gerrymander out Black districts very specifically. Gutting the Voting Rights Act is like absolutely reprehensible. Allowing states to continue to do this nasty work. Um, Go home, you're drunk. You're literally making
No.
that conflict with other decisions that the court has made. Like it's giving regression, it's giving reconstruction era. And like babes, we've already seen that movie and like we also saw how it ended. So like
Mm-hmm.
pack it up, go home.
No
You
matter you
inspired
can
me.
yeah, they can reiterate it all they want, but like the South lost, y'all. Confederacy lost. Get over it.
I can't. It wasn't me. Like
Right?
it is what it is. You lost. Go home.
Exactly.
Hang it
Go
up.
home.
That
So
one.
that's what I'm shutting down, but I am shouting out all of the elected officials that are pushing back, specifically Black women. Black women have been really kicking butt and taking names this session, from the Jasmine Crockett's, who are out there like really pushing back in her elected capacity, to here in the state of Florida. You have some really phenomenal Black women that are really leading the charge in the House and in the Senate. And I've got the chance to work with a few of them. So I think they are phenomenal legislators, from Senator LaVon Bracy Davis over in the Senate to Representative Angie Nixon and Michelle Rayner and Ashley Gant in the House. Those women are absolutely phenomenal. I got the chance to talk with them about gerrymandering specifically, and I am just in awe at their passion and the work that they put in as elected officials. So very much a shout out to them.
Absolutely. And like I learned this a long time ago. Like, you listen to Black women and you follow their lead because they're usually going the right way. So definitely, definitely second that. So, my shout out is a very dumb and silly. I told you. My shout out is to Love Island USA season 8 starting like and
Wait, do you
I
know that Ferg
I
played
didn't go to
that?
Berg's last night because I had trivia last night. I was at trivia last night, but like you will see me there. Like it's so fun. I went to the blind goat, I think, in Tampa last year for a finale watch party. Like it's just so much fun, and every
I had
like
no idea.
oh, it's just like you turn your brain off and it just kind of buzzes for a couple of hours while you watch it. And
But it
it's
was
just how we're
packed in
dissociating.
there. It was packed, like
Yeah.
all of it. And everyone, you thought it was people coming from the game, but everyone that was there was for, I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Sure
Oh,
I,
it's
enough,
a thing. It's a
on a
thing. It's
Tuesday
super fun.
night, Bergs was packed for Love Island.
Yeah. The girls are taking over the sports bars for Love Island. It's very fun. So
Okay.
so
We're just
yes,
claiming it.
exactly. Exactly. So that's my silly little shout out. That's all we've got for this week on For St. Pete's Sake. Thank you so much, Dr. Byron and Bior, for joining us on the episode this week. It was lovely to have you. Again, check them out and check out St. Pete Pride at stpetepride.org. St. Pete Pride on Instas and on Facebook as well. They'll have the whole list of events for you to find. So yeah, remember to like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Substack. We're at For Saint.Pete's Sake. Subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen. And if you're already subscribed, if you could please leave a rating and review. That helps promote the podcast on the algorithms. Yeah, 5 stars. We'll be right back next week with more stories from the people doing the hard work to make our community better. Until next time, for St. Pete's sake, keep pushing for change.